Hey everyone, Sirturmund here again, and today I'm bringing you some Ekko Jinx gameplay. The deck has started gaining popularity again, especially because it's really good against aggro. So if you keep running into those like Samira Jinx players, or Samira Misfortune, or any type of aggressive deck like even Leona Samira or Leona Kayle, this deck is really good because it does really well against those aggro decks. And it also seems to be doing well against the Bando City Swarm. So again, another deck that does kind of well into the aggressive meta that we're seeing today, and that's why I think it's worth to showcase it. So hope you enjoy the games coming up soon. As always, if you like the content, make sure to like the video and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day, and I'll see you at the end of the video for some mulligan tips and some in-depth breakdown on this deck. Enjoy the games. In this match, we're going against Jinx and Samira. Our deck does very well versus aggro, right? I mean, our deck should destroy aggro decks. I'm down to keep the drop border because we don't have any other predict, and he's such a good blocker in turn 1. He's such a good blocker in turn 1. It's the rare case where I think it's fine to keep this guy. Well, cannot block him though. Yeah, I cannot block him though. I'm gonna have to just Mystic Shot this guy away. We should have Presense right now, by the way. Yeah, we should have Presense there. Let's go ahead and do it now. We get a second one. That's cool. We pass. Chronomancer. We can Mystic Shot the Pigeon and play it like that, or we can Mystic Shot Samira. We have the Quicksand next turn. Pigeon is more scary than Samira, I think. Whoa, that's a big one. Let's just go here. That was a big rummage. That was a big rummage. Now we can attack for 2 damage. Full beams. Quicksand, Chronomancer. Samira cannot kill any of them. And then we have enough predicts to get the Ekko or the Jinx. The Quicksand is going to be really good when the opponent gets their Jinx. Okay, I'm fine blocking that. I'm fine blocking that. I don't have a problem with that. I'm gonna go second Chronomancer. Just have a lot of blockers. Yeah. Let's not take that much damage. Let's not take that much damage. Because I think opponent is more of an aggressor than we are. So we don't want to be in a position where we are kind of just losing too much value, right? There's the Ekko.
When we look ahead,
so we have the Ekko now. We have the Quicksand next turn. We can attack with the 2/3s here and be okay. I guess not anymore. No, actually I will. You know what? I'm gonna attack with the 2/3s. Because if the opponent attacks with Jinx next turn, we have the Quicksand, right? So she's gonna lose the quick attack. So we have the Quicksand. Opponent can... There's no way that they can level her up with 5 cards in hand. No way. The only downside is here is playing around a second Jinx. So if they have a second Jinx, I have to wait into their attack. Because they could have to get excited. But I'm taking so much damage by doing that. Like if they have to get excited, I'm really sad. Because I lose the Ekko. Yeah, wow. This is what that's telling me. What the point is telling me is that they have to get excited in their hand. So they have to get excited in their hand. We could go for the Clockling. I think we just need to look for a Mystic. I think we just need to go look for a Mystic and kill this Jinx. If we find a Mystic and kill Jinx, we don't have to play around to get excited anymore. Okay, so they get the first get excited there. Let's go here. We don't draw the Mystic. Let's skip. Second time trick. Let's go ahead and do it again. We get our own Jinx though. Is that better? Is that better or is that worse? Let's skip again. We got her anyways. Alright. Alright. Again, the opponent having get excited is a big concern. Now they could also have the 6 drop. So until they commit that I cannot play Ekko. Okay, so they get to level up the Jinx. But they gave me the Ekko attack and the Ekko predict, and they lose Samira, and they cannot even use that rocket. I'll take that, I think. Right? Am I upset about this? I don't think so. Wow. Mystic? They lost a Mystic and they lost Samira. Right? So they lost a Mystic and they lost Samira. And I get a free predict here. If I can level up Jinx, if I can level up my own Jinx, I think I'm gonna be in a great spot. Because I can go the rocket into all their units. The problem is that the Ekko is actually counterproductive to leveling up this Jinx. Unless we go for the Feral Presence. Okay, Chrono Break. We gotta pick that Chrono Break, right? We gotta pick that Chrono Break. We have just enough to just sacrifice my board like an idiot and then be able to revive everything. So I can literally just sacrifice my board like an idiot and still be able to revive everything. So we block here, block, 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 Chrono Break, chill. Samir, oh, okay. So now we have to go Voice to the Risen. And I think we won't be able to play the Chrono Break, right? If the opponent challenges, like I'm not gonna be able to play the Chrono Break. But I will be able to kill this Jinx. Unless the opponent has Get Excited. I guess if the opponent has a Get Excited, they're okay. They're gonna challenge. They're gonna challenge this Ekko. They're gonna challenge the Ekko. We have two options here. We can sacrifice everything, knowing that I can just bring it back with Chrono Break. And that's probably better, right? We just let everything go. I blocked the wrong way, by the way. I didn't kill the Augmented Experimenter. Well, I guess I needed to block the Crimson Pigeon. I needed to block a different way so that the Crimson Pigeon could die. But anyways, I did mess up. But I'm at least pushing a lot of damage here. Opponent could have a Get Excited, and that's the only thing that scares me on this Ekko attack. I guess the Fervor is a problem too. Jury Rig. They have nothing that can kill this. An opponent still very unlikely to have the level up here. To have the rocket here. And still have enough mana. I guess if they have a Ramesh. If they have a Ramesh, they have enough mana to play the rocket. You have to trade, I think. Yeah, you have to trade. And again, that's unfortunate that I didn't trade with that one last turn. This last attack. You have to trade. And then we get the rally. We get another stuff here. They have the Mystic. Okay, so they have the Mystic. They kill this Voice of the Risen. They go down to 8. We can still open attack with Ekko. Just force some answers out of them. They get the Jinx Rocket, but again, doesn't matter. You have no mana. I guess it's fair to do it now, though. That way you can actually get it enabled later. There's no way for us to level up this, there's no way for us to level up this Jinx. So I think I'm better off going for the Clockland. I think I'm better off going for the Clockland. I'm gonna keep this guy back. Just let them trade here. If I could have leveled up this Jinx, this game would be so different. But even if the opponent has multiple rockets, we're at 13 HP. The Samira level up is the scariest part here. But I don't think opponent has enough cards for the Samira level up to really matter that much. And we have Quicksand at any time next turn to kill this Jinx. Yeah, they're just gonna try to level up the Jinx to get the rocket here. If they don't get the rocket, I think I'm fine with that. Let's go for the Feral Presence. Let's go for the Feral Presence. Let's let them do the rocket. If we don't do anything here, if the opponent plays the rocket, like they have to play the rocket, right? I'm okay if they don't. Okay. Yeah, so they play the rocket, get the Samira level up. I guess we can play our Chronomancer, right? We can play our Chronomancer even if the opponent plays the rocket. Because it's not gonna die to the second rocket, and that's all we care about. Let's start picking cheap stuff. Let's start picking cheap stuff. So let's start picking the cheap stuff here so that we can actually level up this Jinx. We could also just draw the Mystic here, and maybe that's better. Maybe looking for the Mystic here is better. Rider Negation is not bad, but then again, it doesn't let me level up the Jinx. I think I just rely on the Quicksand. Let's go Presence, Chrono Break, and I think we win the game now. Because we can just rally back. So we win the game now because we can just Quicksand and then rally. So 3 sits, 10. We're still gonna be, this Tantric's still messing me up. Opponent gets the rocket, cool. Let's go ahead and play this Jinx. Show the opponent that we don't care about their little rocket. If they don't attack here, I think we're still fine. They have to attack. And we just sacrifice everything and we're okay. And there we go, we Quicksand. So we Quicksand both units. We block here. We block here, 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 and here. And then we rally and we're okay. And that's game. And opponent just saw it too. Took enough predicts, right? But Ekko Jinx is good against Aggro. It took us a while, but it was an eventuality just waiting to happen. I just need to have the right energy to actually get there. So GG. In this match, we're going against Kayle and Leona. So an Aggro deck. Huh. Definitely don't want this drop border. There's a consideration for this Jinx. But I also don't know if it's correct. I'm down to keep the Mystic Shot. So I'm down to keep the Mystic Shot just as a way to, if I don't draw anything else, right? This hand is not amazing. But at least I know I won't die, right? At least I know I won't die that quickly. We even get to get the mana gem for free here. That's pretty good. I'll take this. Maybe I should be. I only kept Mystic Shot, right? So I can't say that I didn't mulligan everything. I only kept Mystic Shot. So you got the Ekko.
We will not suffer unbelievers.
They will not
sure. I mean, I can just wait, right? I can just wait. I can just block this one.
Not on my work site, bub.
Do we ever Scrying Sand now? Like, do we ever go like this? No, I think we just go here, right? We just go here and have a second Mystic ready if the opponent has a Pale Cascade. I guess we can Scrying. Yeah, like I say, if the opponent has a Pale Cascade, you want to have that second Mystic ready just to be able to kill this. And then we still at 3 mana. We can go ahead and play the... I'm down to play the Ekko just how it is. I'm not scared of the Leona because we have the Quicksand and the Scrying Sands. I kind of want to get the Predict from this, right? I know this is a weird Ekko. When's the last time you saw an Ekko come down as a 0 thing? But this is fine because we have the ways to save him, right? Opponent will have to have exactly Fervor to make me scared here. Everything else doesn't matter. I guess Leona is kind of annoying. It's not a Leona, so we can go here, get ourselves a blocker. Sure, let's just get myself more blockers.
Punish transgressions.
Okay. Let's go on this one, right? Let's go on this one. So Pre-Science, Chronomancer. I like the Chronomancer better. I'm gonna predict it away anyways, right? I'm gonna predict it away anyways. Okay, so that helps him, right? So that helps him. And that's what I was talking about. Like, the Fervor is the problem. So the Fervor is the problem because it kills the Ekko. Opponent gets it, so we'll go ahead and let it slide. We'll go the Voice of the Risen. have the time trick to potentially get another Echo, but I wanna actually have this Chronomancer in case that I don't draw the Echo, right? If I don't draw the Echo here, I think I like the Chronomancer. We can go Jinx now, and I think that's also good. Because we can go Chronomancer here. There we go. We can Chronomancer again next turn. I think that's better.
We know how to prepare.
The problem with the Jinx is if the opponent can actually, if the opponent has another Fervor here, I probably don't want to play this Jinx, right? So I think I have to keep this Jinx just in case that the opponent has a second Fervor. Hey, if it's Leona, the opponent gets to stun, but again, it's not impossible for us to be okay here. The opponent does have the Leona level up.
Carry her light across the mountain.
We can Chronomancer, have Quicksand and Jinx if the opponent does something stupid. It's kind of mean saying it's stupid, right? Let's go Voice of the Risen again. I like having a second Voice of the Risen. Okay, wow, yeah. I just go here.
Rules are made to be broken, like buildings. Her people.
We can just Quicksand the Leona. Everything's gonna get plus whatever attack, so we can just Quicksand the Leona. Cool. We Quicksand Leona, she levels up. We're able to trade everywhere else because this is alive, so we can go here, here, and I kind of like trading here. I mean, I guess we don't need to trade because we know that they're gonna die anyways. These two are gonna die, but that's why I don't want to trade, because we know we can kill it. Not only that, but the Leona also dies, and then we just Mega Death Rocket and opponent just loses in the open. So this is 5, 12. Yep. Okay, we got there. I mean, the opponent did, I guess, even if they have the second Fervor, because their Jinx levels up, it works out. That Quicksand is just so good at getting rid of that Leona. Opponent gets to survive. We still push 9. They have to block this Jinx.
Now it's a party.
I guess now we can just go Voice to the Risen again, force it to have the stun. Alright, doesn't have the stun. We just go... Just in case that we get another drop border. Just in case that we get another drop border. Okay, we don't get the drop border, unfortunately. We can go Forsaken Bakai and just have another unit. That also works for us. Opponent only has 1 card left. Second Quicksand. I'm down for second Quicksand, just in case. The idea here is that the opponent's just gonna lose, right? Even if they have a unit that only has 1 health, they still, like, the fact that they summon the Guardian first tells me that they don't have anything else. So this is lethal because we just have to attack, 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 and then attack and attack, and then we have 3 more damage. I feel bad for the opponent because I feel like we kind of just high rolled this game, right? I mean, we didn't, right? Because we didn't start with... We literally dropped an Echo that was a 0-4. So technically we didn't high roll, right? But then after that Echo died, it's like everything just became all in our favor. So I think opponent just gonna rage quit on us. They're probably upset about our RNG and how good it is. So yeah. Opponent didn't stick around to see the end of the game, but at least we will. We'll go ahead and just push this damage. Obviously, you want to have your Voice of the Resistance to the right. Don't forget about that. We have ran into people that have done that misplay, as you saw a few videos ago where somebody put it on the left. If she dies in combat, then you will lose the buff, right? It is an aura, so she needs to stay alive, and you're also going to put her in the end. So, yeah, okay. So this goes our big attack, and there you go. Well, we didn't even get the attack because the opponent rage quit on us. So, GG's. Yeah, the Jinx laugh is so fitting here based on what our opponent did. 300 LP, nice. In this matchup, we're going against Kennen and Samira. Alright. The video from yesterday prepared me for this matchup. Wait, this is kind of a crazy hand. No, you know, oh man. Wait, this is a bad matchup for us. Like, really bad matchup for us. Like, actually horrible. The opponent has the recalls that can just deny our Echo hits. So this is a game where maybe Jinx is going to be the play instead of Echo. We do have this Mystic Shot to try to kill like a cannon, I guess. I like the Scrying Sands over the Time Trick for now. It's a cheaper thing. We can Feral Presence now. Drop order. I like the second Scrying Sand again. I just kind of want to get cheap stuff in my hand that will allow me to be able to just like stop the opponent's ability, right? This guy is actually not bad, right? I mean, he can block the elusive, so that's kind of cool. We'll take the one here. I think I'm fine with this. Samira? Yeah, but the Samira gets punished by the Scrying Sands, and that's where the opponent becomes sad. They're gonna have to commit the recall. They don't even bother. Alright. So, unfortunately, we ended up drawing this. If we go Clockling now... Let's go Jinx. The problem is, I mean, if the opponent had Kennen, I feel like they would have done it. Let's go Jinx. You're gonna recall her. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking if we go Jinx, like the opponent is gonna be pressured, right? But they ended up recalling her, so that kind of sucks for us. Interesting field musicians. Maybe I needed to commit the Mystic last turn. Push to the Risen is not bad. Sucks that we got the drop board. I do like the Clockling now, but I guess the opponent can just challenge. They get the cannon. So they get the cannon. Let's go for this drop border first. I'm okay with this. Because the opponent has the challenge, I don't think it's ever gonna work. If you challenge here, I think that's still a punish. So we're gonna start here. We're gonna let the opponent do whatever they want first. I feel like I have to pick this Ekko, right? We're gonna let the opponent recall this. If they don't level up Kennen, I think I'm chilling, right? So they go like this. Question is, do we kill Samira? I think I like going on the Samira. This is gonna force a recall on the Samira. I'm down to keep this Kennen alive because I think Samira is gonna be more important if she levels up. There you go. So now the Samira is gonna be back again, not able to level up, and I think that's good enough for me. The Ekko is gonna be leveled up for us, and the opponent just committed 2 recalls. And they're probably gonna commit their stun right here. Obviously, I cannot play the Jinx. I don't want her to be tagged by this Mark of the Storm. So I'm down to just chill here and just pass. It's gonna delay my stuff, but I think that's fine. Okay, wow, opponent gives me the... Alright, I mean, that's cool. I'll play the Jinx. I'll play the Jinx out. And I'll play this Ekko too. Ooh. Okay. That's spicy. That's spicy. So the opponent has 3 cards. They're gonna have 3 cards that we don't know about. Why not put this? I guess because Jinx doesn't die, right? The opponent has 3 cards that we don't know about. They get the cannon again. They get to kill the Clockling. Okay. So they're gonna have 3 cards that we don't know about next turn. The opponent's gonna still level up Samira, by the way. If you didn't realize that. Remember how Samira got recalled this game? How she recalled themselves? It doesn't even matter. Let's go ahead and play this Ekko.
Easy to say with that Z drive of yours.
Let's go ahead and play the Ekko. Force the opponent to have to recall this as well, of course. And they get the Samira level up. So that's another card that we just saw out of their hand. The Kennen is not close to leveling up yet, so it's not like the opponent has the crazy Samira value yet. We can go ahead and attack for 4. Just keep these guys as blockers for the Kennen. Is opponent gonna recall this guy? Samira can still get punished by the Scrying Sand, right? So Samira still gets punished by the Scrying Sand. The problem is how long it's taking me to level up this Jinx, because I'm stuck with these 4 cost units in my hand, right? Let's go ahead and play the Clockling. But I guess it's giving him a unit to flare, right? If I play the Clockling, the opponent will have a unit that they can flare into. I like the Voice of the Risen because the opponent would not be able to attack with Samira unless they go after the Jinx. So they have to challenge the Jinx to be able to actually do anything. And then we just Scrying Sands again. Let's go for something cheap. So let's go for the Feral Presence, right? That lets me level up the Jinx next turn. They have the All Out. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, they had the All Out. They kind of had everything, huh? But I mean, I have the Ekko leveled up next turn. Opponent's down to a single... Oh no, they have the draw. They have the draw. I was gonna say the opponent's down to a single card. Wow, that's kind of crazy. They had the double Samira as well. Fine, I'll allow it. I'll allow it for now. They're gonna rally. They can rally. They can rally and they can challenge. They can rally and challenge one of these 1-3s. And as they keep drawing from this and from this. I think just like yesterday, man. Just like yesterday, we're just getting blown out. They can challenge and kill the Voice of the Risen now. So they can challenge here and challenge here. We're literally just getting blown out. Because they were able to save this stuff. I don't agree with this. I'll take this 4. I'll force you to recall this cannon. If you let this cannon die, I'm okay with that. I see why they did it, because now they can play the cannon. Can they rally again? Can they actually rally again? 2? Wait, they can just rally again. Wait a second. The moment the Jinx died, the game was over. They can rally again while getting all this draw. Wow. Now they go for the Voice of the Risen, right? They attack here, attack here. This is such a cool deck. This is such a cool deck. The Ekko is gonna be leveled up, but he does nothing, and the opponent just has Samira leveled up, Samira challenge next turn again. We know that the only card that we're gonna get is gonna be the Feral Presence. So we know we're top decking the Feral Presence. Opponent literally has the rally again, potentially. We can play the Ekko, and it does nothing because opponent can still have the recall. Wow. That's such a cool deck. Oh man. Recalling the Jinx was actually so smart. The fact that they have so much draw here between the Decided Disciple, like, is so good for them. It's actually so good for them. None of this worked for me, right? None of these are the things that I want right now. Voice of the Risen is okay, but also not ideal.
I do my own stunts.
I guess let's attack. Opponent can just recall. Opponent's gonna recall the cannon and deny me the predict. Opponent's gonna deny me the predict, and also because this is giving them the unit that allows this to refill their mana and gives them a draw. Oh my goodness. This guy, oh, okay, all right. Let's move on. Let's move on. All right, let's let them get the attack. They have it. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I'm stealing this JNSB. I'm stealing this. I'm stealing this deck for tomorrow. What a crazy hand. What a crazy hand. The only reason we beat it yesterday was because of the Stony Suppressor. So without the Stony Suppressor, obviously we can't do anything. So GG's. I'm impressed. I'm so impressed. In this match, we're going against Samira and Misfortune. Usually, we do well versus Aggro, right? Because we have access to... I like the Scrying Sense because we can get the 1-3 for free. So we have enough predicts here to level up Ekko. I'm not concerned about the Ekko level up. I like the Scrying Sense because it lets me, like, obviously trade into the Samira. I guess we'll go ahead and pick the second Chronomancer just to make sure that we do level up the Ekko when he comes down. We can play the Chronomancer here, have a good blocker. Hopefully we get the 3. We get the 1-3, otherwise... Yeah, like, we didn't get the 1-3 on our first predict, but then after that, this is going to be pretty good for us. There we go. See, this is what we're looking for, right? The drop border makes it really hard for them to do anything. I could have gone for the Scrying Sand, I guess, and predicted, but I don't think the Scrying Sand is worth it there. We actually gonna go ahead and kill this guy. I think that's worth it, by the way. I think that's worth it. Alright, Misfortune. We can trade our whole board here.
No need to make a name for myself, just an impression.
So we can go Chronomancer again. we're gonna have the Jinx to be able to get rid of their board if necessary. If the opponent actually tries to go after this Samira, opponent has to pull this drop border then, right? If they're gonna go like this. So we go here first. Cool. Yeah, we needed the Jinx, right? So we want the Jinx. This dies, everything dies. This one at least kind of survives a little bit longer. So everything here is gonna die, right? So everything is gonna die, which kind of sucks, but I think I have to go for it this way. Opponent has no all out. The problem is the double echo, right? The double echo kind of makes things a little bit awkward. I wonder if it's ever correct to play the Jinx first. Opponent didn't get another flare. I wonder if it's ever correct to play the Jinx first. It cannot be, right? Because the problem is that I think I want to play the Echo. I want to get the predict and see if I pick a Mystic shot.
I love it when things converge like that.
Because Jinx is still going to be a little bit far from leveling up. Opponent could have the Fervor to just kill this. It's just going to be Make It Rain, double Make It Rain.
Make it interesting for me.
Huh.
Heading topside.
Oh, I guess they just wanted to hit the Plunder. They probably have a Plunder card here. We still have a lot of blockers. It sucks that we're not going to level up Jinx anytime. Yeah, they have the Plunder. Now, Pandemonium is a problem, so I'm looking for... I think we have to look for the Rider Negation, to be honest. I think I'm looking for the Rider Negation here. So I think I'm going to go second Time Trick first. And try to look for the Rider Negation. Wow. I guess we can voice and start putting pressure on them. Because the Pandemonium is actually a problem here. What did I say? So again, we missed. One more time. Perfect. I mean, it took me all these predicts to get it, right? It took me all these predicts to get it. So it's only fair. I'm willing to sacrifice my Echo here if the opponent attacks with everything. And I will kill them. I guess I have to kill this one, right? I have to kill this one. Oh, I hate blocking this one, though. I want to kill this Misfortune. I think we go like this. I think I want to kill this Misfortune over killing the Elegant Age. I don't think I care about the Fearsome because I'm going to have a Fearsome blocker. We have a second Echo. We can go Time Trick one more time. Let's go for the Forsaken Bakai. And get myself another unit. Let's pick some Chrono Break. That's not bad. We have Echo next turn. We have 2 mana left. Maybe the Fort Chief is better. Or do we just pick the second Rider Negation? Why don't we just pick the second Rider Negation? To play around a second Pandemonium. I'm actually gonna go with the Voice of the Risen first before we go for the Echo.
Lest they be forgotten.
Again, just give myself the fearsome blockers. Maybe I'm playing it too slow though. Maybe I'm playing this too slow. But the Rider Negation saves me. A second Make It Rain is annoying. Parley here. Pirouette. Pirouette is good as well. Opponent's gonna push 2 damage. So they have 2 damage on the field right now. Okay, so they have... Yeah, they didn't hit Plunder because they decided to go in my unit. They have 5 damage on the field right now. We can Scrying Sands to reduce that. And we're okay. So we can Scrying Sands here. And at least reduce some of that damage. And down for the second Jinx and just having access to the Get Excited. We'll play the Echo this time around. And play the Jinx after. We Rider Negation, I don't think we lose, by the way. Because even if the opponent has a second Pandemonium, we're chilling. So even if the opponent has a second Pandemonium, we're chilling.
Man, I miss you so much.
Can't win 'em all, eh?
Alright. Gonna be a Fervor, I'm guessing? I don't think we stop this Fervor, right? I don't think we stop this Fervor. Because then we automatically lose to the Pandemonium. So we lose the predict, and that's fine. Because again, it's just gonna be us beating the Pandemonium here, and we should be okay. What did I say? Boom. Third Pandemonium? Do you have the third Pandemonium? Samira? Let them spend their flare before we commit the Get Excited. I'm down to play the Get Excited and discard the Chrono Break. Let them spend their flare if they want to kill this Bush of the Risen, and then we just get excited, and the opponent will lose that 1 damage. Because if they play the 1 damage now and also have a Fervor, they actually could potentially get there. They don't go for it. So now we just have lethal, because we just go like this. We can beat a Fervor with the Chrono Break.
Make this interesting for me.
So we can with the Get Excited, we can beat a Fervor. So we can beat a Fervor with the Get Excited. Okay, I don't know that they have 2 damage here. I mean, I guess they have Samira. That's 1 damage. I guess if they have the warning shot, they get there. If they have the warning shot, they do get there, huh? So if they have the warning shot, they do get there. You have it? Ah, there we go. See? Like I said, we were always beating the Fervor, right? We were always beating the Fervor, but we put ourselves into a warning shot losing position. I was just hoping that the opponent didn't have a second Samira in their hand, but they had it, so GG's. That second Jinx was important for us to grab. I knew that the Get Excited was going to come in clutch. In this match, we're going against Samira, Sejuani, and Gnar. So it's going to be a plunder deck? Right? I mean, it has to be. The thing about the Forsaken Bakai is that it's vulnerable to the Samira on turn 1, right? On turn 2, sorry. So maybe we go Ancient Prep first. We keep this Mystic. I think this Mystic is going to be premium in this matchup. The Mystic is going to be premium. The Crimson Pigeon, like we can kill Crimson Pigeon, for example. We can kill a lot of things here with this Mystic.
When my song ends, men die.
Let's go here. I'll take the 3, but I think it's important for us to kill this Crimson Pigeon. Because we don't have a blocker for the Crimson Pigeon, but we do have blockers for the other stuff. I'm down to play the second Ancient Prep, just because I know that I'm going to have this guy as well. So we can go second Ancient Prep. Okay, that's cute. We're going to predict again anyway, so I guess we got push the 2 damage. We'll do it. We'll do it now. We'll do it now. We'll push the 2 damage. Time trick? Sure.
When we look ahead, we know how to prepare.
Let's go ahead and push this 4 damage here. Opponent's not going to take it. We have a blocker for the Overwhelm. We have blockers for the other stuff. We just need to... What are we playing around? The Gnar can still get us. Can still get them there. Bone Club. Can't beat the Bone Club. Cannot beat the Bone Club. That's what they were waiting for, huh? So I guess it's going to have to be Quicksand so that we can stop the Overwhelm later. Yeah, so it's going to have to be Quicksand so that we stop the Overwhelm later. I'm down to block with this 1-3 for now. Just not take that much damage. And we attack with everything one more time. I guess at this point we're just going to slowly push damage. The Quicksand is good. The Quicksand is great. Because the way that the opponent beats me is going to be Overwhelm. They go down to 10. We also do kind of have these Clocklings that are doing some pretty good work. That's the Ekko finally. Which means that I cannot play... I guess I could play the Ancient Prep. Let's keep the mana though. I think I'm down to just play the Ekko. Opponent could have another Bone Club. So it's just the Mammoth. Let's go Ekko. Let's go Ekko. Do we even risk it? I think we have to block this Mammoth, by the way. I'm just trying to debate if we ever risk, like,
You never learn.
if we go like this,
These are my streets.
we go down to 9. I think it's better than letting this mammoth stay all out. So the opponent kills us here, quote unquote, but we're gonna have to go ahead and play the quicksand. So we go ahead and play the quicksand, and opponent still loses this unit because they didn't hit the plunder trigger to actually get the all out enable. We get the predict here. Is that gonna be enough? Opponent still at 10. With the rally, it could be enough. I think with the rally, it could be enough. If we don't get something good here with this predict, double rally? Yeah, with double rally is enough, right? Because of the elusive. I'm gonna force the opponent to block with their... with the double rally if we get there. Because the opponent has to block with the Ruthless Raider. I guess the opponent could have Sejuani, but we're still gonna have multiple units that the opponent's gonna have to block. And one of these guys, yeah, so we just go corner break, we bring them back. Opponent's gonna have to block with the Tusk Breaker. Alright, we got there. The double corner break got us there. With this elusives just pushing so much damage into the opponent. Pirouette, okay. Alright, we're gonna get 2 more of those back, right? So we can go like this. Opponent's gonna block it here. They're gonna block with the Bone Club unit? Okay, that's what I thought. The Pirouette might actually let them survive this turn. No, because we get more units that they can deal with, right? They're gonna have to at least lose both their units. We are 4 wide, and we just need to have 2 of my units go through. So if the opponent needs another unit to survive, or a second Pirouette. And it looks like he's neither. So we get there. Okay. A second Pirouette does get them there. But they didn't have it. They probably had something heavy because they are like a big overwhelmed heavy deck. So GG's. Hey, welcome back everyone. Hope you enjoyed today's games. You got to see us beating up in aggro, which again is one of the big purposes of this deck. We didn't run into any Tristana decks, which again is weird. Yesterday we couldn't stop running into them, and now today we're like not running into them at all. So that's kind of how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But we did run into a couple aggro decks, which again is kind of what I was looking for to showcase for you all. Now Ekko Jinx is interesting deck. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I mean, we lost a lot of games today too that didn't make it into the video, and I feel like the deck can just like, it's feast and famine, right? Like if the opponent is able to kill your Jinx and kill your Ekko repeatedly, which a lot of decks are able to do that, then you have a really hard time stabilizing and actually being able to win the game. Like the games that I lost that I don't think were worth showing, opponent would just have like a Vengeance or a Sunburst for every time that I drop any of my champions, and they will have multiple of them. Even if I have like 3 champions, they will have like triple, like Vengeance and something else, etc, etc. This deck is too reliant on having the champions stay alive, and that's why it does well versus aggro and even versus Tristana decks to a degree, because those decks don't have as much removal as usual control type of decks too. So if you're running into more like control style decks, like a lot of those Noxus controls, Shadow Out controls that have removal, I'll be very careful on playing this. But if you just run into a lot of aggro, then this deck should do well, because this card is just so good against aggro because you kind of get it for free on the field. So you end up having a lot of units that can block the opponent. So yeah. In terms of strategy, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You're trying to get at least 4 predicts in the beginning turns, so by the time you get to turn 4 or turn 5, you can drop down your Ekko already leveled up. Sometimes that doesn't work out. You saw in that Leona game, I dropped my Ekko at 0 out of 4, right? And it happens, but ideally that's what you want to do. So with that in mind, you're looking to keep at least some of your predict cards, because again, it also gets you your drop border, more chances to come down into the field. So Ancient Prep, I think, is good to keep. Forsaken Bakai, Chronomancer, like these are your premier predict cards, because they give you units that you can potentially block with and slow the opponent down. So I'm looking for Ancient Prep, I'm looking for Forsaken Bakai, I'm looking for Chronomancer to start my predict chain. And then from there, I just rely on whatever else I get. We have so many other predicts like Presence, we have the Spine Sense and the Time Tricks, and even the Augmented Clockling, that you will naturally get the rest of the predicts that you need if you keep at least those early units like I'm talking about. Now, question on your champions, whether you keep them or not, I mean, that's up in the air. If you have a good enough hand that has like at least 2 predicts, I don't mind keeping Ekko, because there's a good chance that you're going to level up that Ekko. But if you don't have the predicts early on, it can be risky to keep that Ekko that early, especially if you end up with like 2 of them in your hand, because it's going to feel really bad to play an Ekko that's not leveled up and then get it removed by like a Mystic Shot or a Heavy Metal. So just be careful of that, about that when you keep Ekko or not. If you just mulligan for your predicts, you have a good chance to predict into the Ekko anyways, after you end up predicting enough to know that you're going to be able to level him up. Now, the power of this deck is obviously in being able to predict a lot and being able to kind of choose and tailor your draws every single turn. So just kind of keep that in mind. Sometimes just remember, if you're gonna spend a turn and you're gonna use Time Trick plus, I guess, let's say Ancient Prep, make sure that you always play your Time Trick first, because the Time Trick is gonna draw you that card that you predict with, and then you play the Ancient Prep. That way you predict what's going to be on the top. Because if you play Ancient Prep first and then play Time Trick second, then you're going to shuffle the deck and you're not going to get the card that you predicted with the Ancient Prep to begin with. So I guess that's one tip that I see sometimes people mess up with when they play Ekko Jinx. Otherwise, I mean, again, your biggest targets with your predicts are going to be your Chrono Breaks once you have your Ekko leveled up. It's never wrong, in my opinion, to kind of go for a Chrono Break. The other great target is Voice to the Risen, right? If you can keep a pretty heavy board and have Voice to the Risen down, if you have a leveled up Ekko or Jinx, she is kind of like a game winner, especially if you can follow it up afterwards with Chrono Breaks. But she allows you to put so much pressure into the opponent and not just be sitting there doing nothing into them. So again, usually you're looking for your Chrono Breaks or your Voice to the Resistance after you have already leveled up your Ekko, so that you can start transitioning to the way to actually be able to win the game. The Jinx is interesting. Jinx is good, but you don't want her too early either, right? Because you don't want her to be stuck in your hand or have her stuck in the field without being able to level her. So you want to make sure that you are able to level her soon after you play her. So a lot of times I will actually opt to not play the Jinx until later into the game, so that I can just slowly, like, have the resources to be able to actually level her up. Now, if I see that my hand is like really a lot of cheap stuff, then yes, I'll keep the Jinx because I know I'll be able to level her up right away. But the sad thing is, like, if you go to like if you're like in turn 5 or turn 6 and you have like multiple 4-drops, it becomes really difficult to level up the Jinx until you get to those later turns in the game. So that's why I have to be a little bit careful with the Jinx. Otherwise, I mean, there's not a lot more to be said, right? You're just pushing a lot of pressure, rallying, and just burning the opponent out every now and then with Jinx, and just kind of go from there. The free units, again, just help you block and just give you so much tempo that aggro decks are not able to deal with. That'd be it for me today. We had a lot of fun, by the way, losing to that Kennen Samira deck. So we're probably going to do that one tomorrow. But anyways, hope you enjoyed today's games. If you did, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. You can also find us on Twitch at Sirturmund. We stream every now and then. And you can also find us on Discord and Twitter. The links to those are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.